Alright, welcome back everybody. We're here in Game 3, Group C of Day 4 of Round of 16. Yeah, that's right. It's confusing, I know. But we're going to be seeing go.go versus ZerO here. We just saw a lot quicker game than I expected with Fantasy winning against Type B. And a fast GG. It wasn't quite as much of a game as I would have expected. So maybe we'll see a little better game here. We have another Terran versus Zerg on Outsider. Now, as far as this group goes here, let me bring this down so I can see. So we have go.go and ZerO both 1-0. go.go beating Bisu coming out of nowhere, and then ZerO, of course, with the infested Terran game against Hwasun, which we recommended you watch last time we were talking about it. Still, if you've not seen that, go see that. Poor Hwasun, man. Hwasun's not a bad player, but he is 0-2 currently. Just to give the stats down, Bisu is 1-1, and then again, ZerO and go.go are 1-0. So this is going to decide who currently is tied with Bisu, who is going, or I'm sorry, whoever wins this will be the leader in the group, 2-0, and pretty much guaranteed to go on. So that is important about this. We have ZerO and go.go, both kind of the underdogs in this group that are going to, well, one of them is most likely going to be moving on.
Well, I wouldn't say they're guaranteed to move on. You know,
right.
Even if, for example, ZerO wins, ZerO still has to play Bisu in the next round. So I would say this is really critical that ZerO wins this match because he's got to be thinking that, well, everybody thinks Bisu would be the favorite against him. Although ZerO has upset a lot of big players in the past, still it'd be really good for ZerO to go 2-0 here because then even if he loses to Bisu, he'll still be 2-1. So that, that's the difference between a round of 16 and like a round of 36 like we had before. You don't have the best of threes. So even if you lose one match against somebody in your group, you can still exit the group, by being like 2-1. So even if you lose a match, it's certainly not over for you.
Not sure what that music was. I'm sorry. There's some weird stuff going on right now. It almost sounds like there's two games going, so sorry about that. Anyways, okay, so Outsider here, a famous map for two-hatching Zerg. Obviously, it's a smaller map. We were just talking about this, and if any of you guys who are listening want to comment, my brother and I were saying, there are so many expansions that somebody looks like they have predictions for who's leaving the group. I don't know the exact... Somebody else? Okay, anyways. You have protected expansions all over the place. Granted, you can trick like vultures through, but then obviously Zerg can trick Zerglings through all the way around the perimeter of the map. So you have your front expansion, you have your side immediate expansion, and then you can obviously do a drop over to the, you have a ramp to two kind of semi-protected expansions. Okay, we are going to see a proxy barracks going on here. So if you guys want to comment on that, if there's a particular reason why we don't see more 3-hatch builds, even just building a hatchery in their own base from Zerg, that would be just enlightening. Alright, so we're going to see go.go here going for a proxy barracks. It is most likely not going to get scouted by ZerO. Now, if go.go gets a little quick rush or possibly a bunker rush here, that would be good if he can pull it off. Although, I have to say now, we are seeing ZerO's view to see if he can see the, he's scouting the wrong direction. We're going to see if he can see the bunker. He is not going to see the bunker. He's actually sending both his overlords down to the bottom right. Even though that is not where go.go is. So that's...
Well, there's no bunker, and I don't think there's necessarily going to be a bunker rush either, just because he's proxying his
potential.
Yeah.
Right, we've seen it a lot.
He's put his barracks out there. A lot of times, players will just put their barracks forward and then build a factory and basically lift the barracks off so they can use the barracks as a quick scout and then, come in with a vulture or something like that. So it's not for certain whether go.go's maybe just doing a mech build. It looks like he's not doing a mech build, though. He is going to be building another barracks, to wall off his base. This is also so that if go.go or if ZerO scouts over there, he won't suspect anything. And wow, ZerO really trying to take care of this scout. I'm not sure why he's so adamant on taking care of that scout, but I guess he just had some drones moving out, so he was like, why not? It looks like he is going to get this SCV, maybe. SCV, nope, doesn't get stuck on the ramp, so go.go is getting a full scout in, and meanwhile, ZerO has not scouted in the correct direction and hasn't seen anything. But it looks like go.go, yeah, he's just going to move his Marines back, so it looks like he's decided not to do anything like a bunker rush or anything like that. And it looks like Lings are now moving up to that direction, so I don't know if perhaps ZerO did scout that.
Well, I'm glad go.go decided against a bunker rush because we've been seeing a lot of bunker rushes, and that's actually how Flash lost to Jaedong, was a failed bunker rush. And all right, we're gonna see losing one Marine, kind of trading off there a little bit. But I think that Zerg has really gotten good at countering bunker rushes. We've seen a lot of failed ones in kind of the recent few weeks. And so I think that was a good decision. I think ZerO decided to go back. He can always use the barracks for scouting, which is what he's doing right now. He may even try to float the barracks in and build some Marines possibly in that secondary area where the Observer almost showed and now is showing. But very smart by ZerO putting a Ling there to scout against that. Now, as I mentioned before, it's so common to trick things through the minerals that players, it's becoming a very commonplace to, to keep units around there to scout. So it looks like that's probably going to foil any sort of, cheesy backdoor move that was being planned by ZerO. ZerO is probably going to focus right now on getting medics and Marines out.
You mean go.go?
Did I say? I'm sorry, I said ZerO. Yeah, go.go is going to focus on getting medic Marines out and, try to go for a early mid-game push here.
Yeah, I mean, go.go can still use this and still, use that barracks to build Marines if he wants to over there, even though it's been spotted. But like I said, again, I really think it was just a forward barracks just so that he could lift it off and have an early scout. He does have an academy. It looks like he is, just going medic Marine and researching probably stim at his academy. A couple of Zerglings coming in here. I don't know why ZerO's committing to this. There is a medic, so that's not going to work for ZerO. And it looks like a Firebat is out too, so it looks like go.go's plan is to get some Firebats into the mineral line of ZerO. I really think that ZerO's Zergling spotted that back when that barracks got there, but maybe not. ZerO hasn't sent anything up there to take care of that, and his Overlord isn't moving that direction either. So maybe ZerO didn't scout. We saw a similar thing when By Hero, I think when he played Fantasy, when he got destroyed by Fantasy, he did a really poor job scouting, and it really cost him that game just by not scouting at all. So ZerO might not have been paying attention either. And it looks like they're trying to show, I think, just that stim is about to be finished. It looks like stim is upgraded, and yes, Firebats are going to stim and get in the mineral lines, and ZerO was not ready for this at all. Drones going down, 2 drones going down. This is going to totally disrupt. You can see ZerO's face. He definitely was not ready. Oh, Zergling's getting a decent surround, but he has a medic there too. So yeah, ZerO did not scout that at all. Letting a medic and 3 Firebats come in your base can be terrible. Terrible.
This game could almost be over right here. He's going to try to get a sunken down. If they can take out the Spire, okay, now we're going to see a frontal push going on. This is exactly what go.go should do. He's got ZerO distracted in the back of his base, and these Firebats just are not dying. Oh, very smart taking out the medic there. So the Firebats are going to be exposed. Obviously, they're still very powerful, kind of segregating off the ramp, the 2 bases. Now, I don't think I don't know if go.go's going to be able to handle all these Sunkens. Yes, he is going to be able to handle these Sunkens, or at least for the most part, also getting a bunch of drone kills in there. So, go.go just doing a ton of damage to ZerO early on, and even though he's going to lose this attacking force, my gosh, that was a lot of carnage going on there, and that's really going to affect ZerO for the rest of the game.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage. It's too bad that go.go